Hey y'all, it's your girl Kiki. Welcome back to my channel, and if you can see by the title, today is another story time. So before we get into the story, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We are on the road to 100K, y'all. We are on the road to 100K. So today we're gonna be talking about Jazz. Y'all know Jazz is the one that decided to mess with a married man. Yeah, she got her karma. By the way, before we get to this video, please don't say nothing about my hair because your girl's getting her hair done next week. But, you gotta take time to let it, air out, all that good stuff. So, yeah, that's what we doing. We rocking with a fro right now. It is what it is. So, yeah. So, anyway, let's get into this video. So, it was way back when. I think it was whenever I was working that job, whenever that was. So anyway, it was one weekend. She had hit me up and she was just like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing." No, actually, I had told her that I was supposed to be going hang out with Skrilla. You remember Skrilla? Skrilla's my little friend. I got a lot of story times with him. He is a mess. So anyway, I was like, me and Skrilla supposed to be hanging out today. But then I remember Skrilla had asked her, and she said she was. So I was like, but why you asking me that? I said, I thought you was hanging out with us too. And she was like, yeah, but I got caught up in something else. And I was just like, okay, so you're not coming? And she was like, no. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I was like, yeah, well, we hanging out. We about to, we probably gonna go get food. Probably, me and Skrilla, we just used to do shit. I don't know. We'll go out to eat, go bowling, go play pool, something. We was always doing something. We would find something to do. So I was like, yeah, that's probably the plans or whatever. She was like, well, she was like, dang, I wanted you to go with me, but I guess not. And I was like, yep, guess not. Because I had already met, like, I'm the type of person, I don't like making plans on type of plans. Like, that we're not doing that. Because, yeah, we're not doing that. So anyway, she was just like, all right, well, I guess I'll talk to you later. I said, okay. So we hung up. Now, mind you, this was around 12 when she had called and asked me this. So it's going on like 3 o'clock. Me and Skrilla, we done linked up by this time. We out, we having a time. So then all of a sudden he was just like, you want to go back to my house? And I was like, sure, what we doing over there? And he was like, I don't know, we probably can drink, just finish talking. Because me and him, we used to have like some deep conversations. We would start drinking and then we'll start having deep conversations. And I love a man with a good mindset. Like, he had a good mindset. But like, he was my friend though. I didn't find no interest in him. I just like people who knows how to hold a conversation without sex being involved. Like, I hate whenever a man try to have a conversation and then they throw sex in the mix. It's like, why are we talking about this? Like, I don't want to talk about this. That's a turn off. So anyway, so yeah. So we go back to his house. We just sitting around talking, laughing, like just dying laughing. So all of a sudden he was just like, you want to play Monopoly? Like, we was just doing, like, we was so random that day. Like, we really didn't have nothing going on. We were just doing shit. So he was like, you want to play Monopoly? And I was like, I guess, sure. So we get the Monopoly game out. Mind you, we are drunk. Like, we are tipsy. And we just started playing Monopoly. Y'all, we was playing that game all wrong. Like, that game was we was playing that game all wrong. Like, first of all, he was stealing. Like, to this day, I still think he was stealing money out of the bank. Yeah, because it was like, how we get rid of, like, y'all know how when you going around the board so many times, like, the $100 bills, they do get missing fast. But it was just me and him playing. There's no way them things could have got missing that fast. And I'm just like, bro, you stealing? Are you over there stealing? So then he used to trade in the $100 for $500 But I'm like, yo, how you get this many? Like, you are literally stealing. And I was so drunk that I was like, I wasn't paying attention. Like, I wouldn't think that he'd be sitting over here stealing money. But yeah, I was just like, bro, you stealing. And then he kept landing on my stuff. It still was giving me money. He was still losing while he was stealing. You see how karma works? You see how them tables was turned? You stealing and you still and you still losing. So anyway, we sitting there, we're laughing, like the game is just going horribly wrong, but we still playing, like we just having a time. Mind you, I'm at his house, and then it's like we start winding down. So I know I fell asleep. I wake up to my phone just like vibrate, because I keep my phone on vibrate. I don't keep my phone on loud. I don't want to hear that ringtone, nothing. So my phone is on vibrate. So all I hear is my phone vibrating on the table above my head, and I just look up because I'm like, dang, I fell asleep. Mind you, it's dark outside. Like whenever I wake up, it's dark outside. I look at my phone and it's going on 12 a.m. So I look around and I'm like, what the fuck is, where's Skrilla? So like I gets up and I grab my phone because it was ringing again. And I'm looking at it, but it's not registering because I'm trying to figure out where the fuck is he. So I'm looking for him. He in the room sleep. He in the room sleep. So I'm just like, dang, like we both knocked out. So I ain't no going back in the living room. Mind you, my phone started vibrating again. I look at it and it's Jazz. And I'm like, why is she calling me? Because I looked at it whenever I was walking to go find Skrilla and it was her. But like, it wasn't registering. Like, why is she calling me? So by this time, she calling me back to back. Like, she blowing me up. I finally answered the phone. I'm like, hello. She's like, girl, where you at? Like, she sound like she out of breath. Like, I hear yelling in the background. I'm like, where you at? Like, I'm at Skrilla house. She's like, oh, good. Can you come pick me up? Pick you up from where? What do you mean, come pick you up? Where's your car? She was like, I don't got time for all that. Can you come pick me up? And I'm just like, I don't got time for you to be telling me what you don't got time for. I'm trying to figure out where's your car. And you know I can't come pick you up. I'm drunk. But this time, I had already sobered up, so I wasn't really drunk. But that's not the point. The point is, to you, I'm drunk, because no, I'm not going to pick you up for what? Like, no, you bail on us for that married man, and they going to come pick you up. No. And then I hear yelling in the background. No. So, she was like, please, it's important. Like, she was like, it's serious. Can you please come pick me up? So I was like, all right, man. I said, where you at? Because I hear a lot of yelling. Like, where are you? She was like, I'm at, what did I say that man's name was? I think I called him Jasper. It might have been Jasper. I think that's what I named him, Jasper. She was like, I'm at Jasper house. I said, okay. So I was like, hold on, let me wake Skrilla up, because his car was now that I think, I don't even know, because I had got it before. But yeah, his car was blocking me in, so I would have to wake him up for him to move his car so I can get out. So I goes in there and I wake him up and I'm like, yo, can you come move your car? He was like, what for? You blocking me in? Like, what you mean, what for? And he was like, nah. He was like, I mean, like, you about to go? And I was like, man, no, I'm finna go pick up Jazz. Like, something is going on over there. And he was like, where? I was like, with Jasper. I don't know. She told me to come pick her up. I said, you asking me all the wrong questions. Like, can you move your car so I can go pick this girl up? So he was like, nah, I'm gonna go with you. That's whatever. So I was like, all right, well, come on then. So we get in the car, y'all. As we get in the car, she's calling me again. I'm like, hello. I'm like, we on the way. She was like, can you pick me up from the store down from his house? Girl, you still not, where is your car? She was like, I'm gonna explain everything to you whenever you get here. Just please hurry get here. And I was like, well, Skrilla stay like 30 minutes from that dude. Like, we come when we come. So she was just like, all right, just come on. So I was like, okay. So he was like, damn, she must have got us or something. I said, I don't know, but why she rushing? Like, yo, I was not thinking nothing serious, because she would, like, she had literally I was texting her. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. But I forgot to mention, whenever we had went back to Skrilla house and we was playing Monopoly and all that shit, even though I was tipsy, I was still like texting her and checking up on her. And plus I had her location. So yeah. I mean, with all my friends, I always have their location. I don't Oh, I do know why. Because if something happened, I need to know where you are. I need to know who you was with. And yeah, that location gives up all that. So I had her location or whatever, and I was checking on her. You know, I had texted her, asked her was she good, this, that, and the other, and she was like, yeah, she good. So now why hours later, well, anything can happen in the blink of an eye, but it's still like, why hours later now all of a sudden you want me to come pick you up, this, that, and I'm still trying to figure out where is your car. So we get there or whatever. Well, no, let me tell you. So we're driving and we're coming up on the store. So I text her and I'm like, hey, we about to pull up to the store. She does not reply. Like, we're probably like 15 minutes, but I like to text people ahead of time so they know, you know, I'm about to pull up. Please, you know, be right there, whatever. She don't reply. I waited like a good 5 minutes. She didn't reply. So I end up calling her and like she didn't answer. So I'm like, oh my God. So I check her location. Now she told me she's gonna be at the store, but I check her location and she back at the dude house. So I'm like, he was like, she didn't answer. I said, no, go to the dude house. Y'all, we pull up. Polices are everywhere. The police is everywhere. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I see the door. The door is broke in. I was like, somebody broke in the house on them. So mind you, we is both like, we're like coming down from being drunk. Like, we still teetering on drunk, like right now. And he was like, man, she got us out here. Police is and shit, man. Neither one of us is sober. And I'm like, right? Sober real quick. So like literally, I was just looking all through his car. I see some chips. I was like, oh yeah, chips. I don't know what it is, but like it's literally anything I eat, it sobers me up like that. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but if I eat something, I sober up real quick. So I had brought my juice from out the house. So I started eating his chips. He was like, give me some. I was like, all right, you know, fuck these chips up real quick. So we started eating them chips real quick, and then like I drank my juice or whatever. I gave him some, and then I was like, all right, let's get out. Y'all get out. Walk up to the door. We trying to figure out what's going on. All we hear is glass breaking and people yelling. People are yelling, and I could just hear the police, put it down. And then I hear him like, he was like, I hear him talking to, I hear Jazz screaming. So I'm like, what the fuck? So the police is talking to her, and I'm sorry, y'all, something in my eye. So the police is talking to her, and she just yelling. She just yelling. And the police trying to calm her down. Then I hear another female voice, and I was like, this ain't happening. That's not happening. That's not what's finna. That's not happening. So I literally, like, one of the police was standing at the door, and I was like, hey, I'm here to pick up my friend. He was like, could y'all just give us a second? He was like, we don't need no more commotion. Can you just back up? So I was like, sure. Like, you gonna tell me twice? I don't play with the police. So he want me to back up? Surely we'll back on up. So me and Skrilla went and leaned up against his car. We talking, and I'm like, yo. So out of the side of my eye, y'all, like, whenever stuff is going on, it doesn't really matter. Nothing has to be going on, but I'm gonna always watch my surroundings. So out of the corner of my eye, I see a car that's unfamiliar. And then I see Jazz's car, and her back window is broke in. And her front windshield is broke in. Somebody fucked her car up. Y'all, she didn't have no tail lights. Back window busted, front window busted. Like, they was literally on a rampage, and I'm like, yo. So it all started making sense. So all of a sudden, they bring out a girl. I've never seen her before. But as they walking her towards like the way that we sit in, his car sitting like this, we leaned up against the car. And so whenever they bring her, like, the house is sitting right here, as they bring her out the house and walking her over to the car, I look at her side profile, And I'm like, that's the girl that was on the pit. Yo, when I tell you I put 2 and 2 together, I was like, oh, yep. Beat her ass. Yep, she got that ass beat. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, so Skrilla look at me, I look at him, I'm like, I knew it was bound to happen. I knew it was bound to happen. So all of a sudden, Jazz and Jasper come walking out the house. And I'm like, girl, come here. Like, what are you doing? And she was like, hold on. So she walking with the police. I guess she giving her statement of like what happened or whatever. So Jasper walks over to us and I'm like, what happened? And he was like, I don't know. He was like, she was supposed to be out of town. He was like, she popped up on us. He was like, I ain't even know. He was like, he said by the time the camera that's outside his house detect the activity outside, all they was hearing, they kept hearing nothing but glass breaking. And I'm like, what? He was like, yeah. He was like, so he was like, that's whenever I decided to look on the camera because I thought I was tripping. I look on the camera and her car has been vandalized. And he was like, my wife did it. And I was like, bro, why you? What? I said, I told you. I literally sat here and told you, like, she can pop up at any. Because mind y'all, after that whole situation of her lying and all that shit, I told Jasper I would never be at his house again. I said, because I don't trust you and I don't trust your cameras and I don't trust nobody in that circle because all y'all are sneaky. Like, I don't trust none of y'all because you sitting here saying that you know when this girl, like, you clocking her every move so because you be on fuck shit. But a female is always smarter than a man. Like, I don't trust you. Like, she and I told him, I said, I will never pop up. I'm never gonna be at your house again because ain't no way in the hell she finna pop up and think she finna beat my ass. That's not happening. Like, no, it's not. Like, I'm not finna fight your wife because she think that I want you. Never in life. Like, that's never ever finna happen. So I told him, I was like, yeah, those little parties that you be having, keep having them with whoever you been having them with, don't expect me to be there. Because I remember one time he was asking me and I had already said no, but whenever Jazz asked me, and then it was like, all right. So yeah, and then whenever she brought me to that house and that was that man's house and then you want to lie, no, because that woman don't even know what be going on in her house when she not there. No. So I was like, bro, you let her car. He was like, I ain't do nothing. I said, see, that's that thing. You thinking that you know that girl every move and you don't. Now look at her. Now you don't got her locked up. Now mind you, I'm not gonna lie. She literally got herself locked up. But at the same time, he got her locked up because why is you cheating on her? Like, do your dirt somewhere else. Why would you do it in the same house you stay with this woman in? Like, you're that. That's what I said. Niggas are dumb. You're that dumb. You're what? Like, and then she dumb too. Cause why is you staying with this nigga in somebody else's house? That's dumb. Y'all act like hotels don't exist. Y'all not doing nothing but fucking around anyway. Get your nut and leave. I don't understand why she was even trying to have a. Why is you spending a night at this man's house? Get what you came for and get the fuck on through. Why are you staying? Knowing this man is married, you already playing with fire by being with this man, knowing he's married. But then you're gonna sit there and rub salt on an open wound by laying in this married man's bed. You're laying in this woman's spot. Like, that shit don't bother you in the least. Not even a little bit. Like, ew. So, y'all, when I tell you, I was so disgusted. So she finished talking to the police. Jasper goes over there, starts talking to the police. They giving their statements, and I'm just like, really? Nobody should be giving anything. Like, I think she's justified in what the fuck she did. And I'm gonna tell y'all, Jazz my girl. Like, she was my girl, y'all. I'm not even that type of friend. But because for one, I had already had that conversation with her 3, 4, 5 times, and Jasmine's that person is like, don't tell me what to do because I know what I'm doing. So cool. Once you tell me that, that's all I need to know. I ain't in your business no more because I don't have nothing to do with that. That's between you and him and her. I don't got shit to do with it. So, and then it was this, like, this situation right here. I really wasn't supposed to be there because I already told her when that time comes, don't call me. And she called me. Only she didn't tell me what was going on. But you know, I should have known when I was just hearing a whole bunch of yelling in the background. But I'm not paying it no attention. So yeah, she comes over to me and she started telling the story. But y'all, I was just like, baby girl, yo, So I was like, I asked the police, I was like, can she leave? And he was like, no, we still need her for, they need to finish getting everything sorted out. So I was like, okay. Before she could start telling me anything, I said, I cannot sit there and look at you with your eye like that. I said, we're going to go to the store, get you some ice, and come back in. You know, we're going to fix you up real quick. Because, y'all, that's my friend. Like, she just sat out here, like, her eye was bruised, like, really bad. And then it's like her face was starting to swell up. And Jazz she's a very bright girl. So it was like, you can see it. And I'm just looking at her like, dang, she got you good. Like, she fucked you up, babes. But we're going to get you together. So I was like, give me 1 second. Let me go to the store and get you some ice. So, mind y'all, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. But the QT, they don't never close. So we went up there to the QT. And we just tried to find some stuff. I was asking them, like, did they have, like, little sandwich bags and stuff? Because I didn't want to buy a lot. I just want to buy one. And, you know, like, convenience stores, they be selling stuff. They be taxing stuff. And we wasn't on that. I just needed a little bag to put some ice in so I can get my friend together. So I was like, do y'all have like, but he was like, no, we got little gloves over there. They, you know, they be selling like little donuts and stuff. So they had some little gloves over there. So, you know, I went and got me a few gloves, put some ice in them. And I was like, come on, let's take these back to it. Me and Skrilla, we had ice pack. we had glove ice packs and whatever. So we took them back. We went back to where they was at or whatever. And I gave her the ice and I was like, here, put this on your face. Because, girl, you're bruised bad. Like, it was already turning purple. So she started telling me the story, y'all. So apparently, she got to his house around 8. And she was like, they were just chilling, smoking, drinking, everything they always do. She was like, around 11:30, the wife ended up calling. So when the wife called, she left out the room and went downstairs doing whatever she was doing, whatever. I really didn't care about that. Like, you giving me a whole rundown of your date. I really don't care. How did it get to a point where you didn't know that this woman... Just... How? So she was like, after he got off the phone with her, whatever, and they did whatever they did, which is what they did, she was like, they proceeded to fall asleep because they be, you know, it puts them in a coma, whatever. So she was like, in the middle of them sleep, well, she said she fell asleep. Apparently, Jasper was asleep, or Jasper was able to tell, like, what he heard. She was like, all of a sudden, Jasper wakes her up out of her sleep, telling her that somebody is breaking into her car. So, little did they both know that it was the wife. They didn't know it was the wife until they got downstairs. And as they was coming downstairs, she was coming in the house. The moment she seen Jazz, she hopped on her ass. And she beat her, so she beat her ass. So I was like, dang, like, you didn't even get a lick in? And I was like, you didn't even get the pincher, nothing? Like, I know it was like a bad time to be joking, but it was like, girl, I told you. Stupid. So I was like, dang, like, Skrilla was like, she fucked you up. He wasn't really saying that the whole time. He was just so much disbelief. He was just like, and plus, y'all, I tell you, it might just be me that gets sober after eating chips, because even after he ate all them chips, I gave him the majority bag of the chips. He was still kind of like woozy. Like, he had a little minor hangover. So I was like, dang, you ain't not up here? He was like, hell. I say, will you be able to pass the field test that they give you if you? But like that shit was funny. So I was like, he was like, she fucked you up. And I'm like, yo, like, now's not the time. But we was making jokes, but it was like, now's not the time to be making jokes. And I was like, that's why you told me to come get you. I said, because she fucked your car up. That makes sense. But you know, she didn't mess with your car. She didn't mess with your tires because a lot of females would have went for the tires. She ain't mess with your tires. She fuck his car up at all. She didn't touch his car. I guess because it's her car. I don't know. Maybe her name is the one that's on it. I don't know. But yeah, she ain't mess with his car. So I was like, dang. I was like, so what you gonna do about your car? And she was like, I don't know. I gotta move it. And I'm like, with all that glass in the chair? And she was like, yeah, like I can't leave it here. And I was like, well, she gone to jail for the night, so you probably can. I said, but... And then I looked at Jasper. I looked back at her. I said, let's walk over here. Because what I was about to tell her, I don't think he wanted to hear. And I was about to let her know. So we started walking over there. We started walking towards the road or whatever. I was like, you know what? This happened at Jasper's house in his yard. It was his wife. So you know how you was milking this man for, yeah? Tell him to give you the money to get your car fixed. Because I feel like it's only right. Yeah. I mean, he played a big part in it. She did too. She knew better. Like, you knew what you were supposed to be doing. You knew you weren't supposed to be doing that, but you did it anyway. So, yeah, I feel like he should help you pay for the car. I mean, his wife did it. I mean, she went to jail for vandalism, and y'all know what's crazy? He let her press, like, Jasper let Jazz press charges against his wife. Which, if y'all are married, her debt becomes yours. You do know that, right, sir? So you really gonna pay for this car to get fixed either way. But you know, I was just like, because I didn't think they was really gonna go through with pressing charges, because y'all was in the wrong. Like, why aren't you playing this woman's feelings? Y'all are in the wrong. So y'all, after all that or whatever, after that whole fiasco, I take Jazz home. And I was just like, girl, do yourself a favor and me. Stop messing with him. I said, because this time it was your car in your face. Next time, she can unalive you. Like, you need to let that go. It's not that serious. It's more people out here than just him. And like I won't say that, but but you can do better. Like, I really feel like you could find somebody that's better than him. So yeah, that happened. And he did get her car fixed. And he was, no, he wasn't. No, he didn't do that. I'm not even gonna lie and say he did. But yeah, so while he was in the process of getting her car fixed, I was taking her back and forth. Well, she was riding with me back and forth to work. Or she'll ride with Skrilla. Cause I have to come through there on my way to work. But when I was going home from work, I didn't have to pass that way. But because I knew her situation and I was her friend, I did. But sometimes Skrilla would too. Because, y'all, I didn't stay in the same state as them. I stayed in the next state over, which was like 30 minutes. So whenever we'd get off work, she either ride with me or ride with Skrilla or whatever. And yeah, go home. But yeah, me and Skrilla ended up taking her home that night. I made sure she was good before I left her, and I was just like, you know, call me in the morning. I had ended up staying at Skrilla house so that she could call me in the morning, because mind you, I rode with Skrilla. I didn't drive. So yeah, I didn't stay. But I did, you know, tell her to call me in the morning. I was gonna come over there, make sure she was good. You know, she ain't got no car right now, so I was gonna make sure that she had food for the week. You know, we was gonna put together a schedule. So, you know, your way to work, way home. I did all that. Y'all, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Y'all think she stopped fucking with that man? Think about it. All right, y'all. Well, that's all for that story time. That's the time Jazz got caught up. And yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Again, we are on the road to 100K, y'all. By the end of this year, I'm trying to be at 100K. If not, at least halfway there. So yeah, y'all. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on TikTok at sleeping_beauty624 and on Instagram. Yep, that one at Kiki_Savage21. And I'll see you next time. Bye.